Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Professor William Corder, and I am the instructor for this Physical Geography and the Environment 101 class in the second 4 weeks of the summer 2022 session at Santa Ana College. I'm going to walk you through how to get onto the class and some things about the class. I'm pretty sure that most of you are basically professionals on Canvas at this point in your life. But I would probably just watch this just to make sure that you don't miss anything that I talk about that's related to the class. At the same time, this video is captioned. It was captioned professionally. It may not be perfect because I'm not going to comb through it to make sure everything's perfect. Most of the rest of the videos you watch were either personally captioned by me, which means they're exactly right, or else they were captioned professionally and then I combed through them to make sure everything was correct. So as you watch the videos, I would probably leave the captions on. It helps with kind of understanding and making sure that you see, I don't know, spellings and things like that. Furthermore, you happen to be the type of student that in this business we call a self-selecting student. What that means is that you're not taking a class in fall or spring like everybody does. You're taking a much more rigorous class. What would usually be 16 weeks, you're going to compress into 4 weeks. I'm going to tell you something as the truth, a deep, dark secret. As instructors, we love you guys. We love the self-selecting students because they tend to be very motivated. They tend to work hard. They tend to know what they're going to do, and they tend to go out and do it. So congratulations to you for being one of those types of people. Here's the way we get on the class. You type in sac.edu, just like I have up here, sac.edu, and either this page or a very similar page is going to show up. When it does, you come over here to Canvas and you click on Canvas. That will bring you to this page and this kind of yellowish or bronze colored login banner. When you click on that, it will allow you to enter your information, and if everything goes right, a page that looks very similar to this will show up, which is called your Canvas dashboard. This is my dashboard. I'm the instructor, so mine looks a little bit different than yours. Nevertheless, it's going to look similar to this, and you scroll around and find your class, and here it is. Geography 101, number 17731. If we click on this part right here, it opens up just like that. This is called your Canvas homepage. It does say start here, probably a good place to start. When you click on that, you're going to notice there's some information about the class. Go ahead and read through that and watch that video. You're also going to notice that there is some redundancy built into the class, to the course shell by the school. For example, right down below, you can see Welcome to Physical Geography and the Environment 101. Yes, this is similar to Start Here Above. It is. If you click on it, it's almost exactly the same thing. So read it or not read it, but I would at least read one of those two. Next thing I would do if it was me is I would go to the syllabus. So click over here on the left-hand side, and you're going to see the syllabus is available as a document if you want to print it, or it will open up all on its own and you can read through it. There is a quiz in Module 1 on the syllabus, so make sure you know the syllabus before you take the quiz. You can see here some information about the school. I'm not going to read everything about it, and then information about the class. So this is summer 2022, 4-week online from July 10th to August 7th, which happens to be my mother's birthday, although she's no longer on the planet. She happened to also die on August 7th, kind of interesting, on her 70th birthday. You can see that I am Professor William Corder. Disclaimer, the instructor reserves the right to modify the syllabus course overview if needed. With regard to office hours, we can meet via big blue button, which is right over here. If we need to do that, just send me an email. We'll talk it through. You can message me through Canvas. The way you do that is you come over here, you click on your inbox, and then it kind of shows up similar to an email, and you can just type it out to me, and it will come to me, and I'll be able to see it. Or you can email me through the school's email address, corder_bill@sac.edu. I promise I will return emails within 48 hours, usually much faster than that. My office phone number is this number right here, 714-564-6576. However, I'm not going to be in my office during that period of time, so it's not going to do you any good to email me at that number. Then you go down here, the textbook. There is no required textbook. There are a couple of free online textbooks that I give you links to, or you could use any physical geography textbook with the publication date of 2015 or more recent. If you're concerned with that, just send me a screenshot of it and I'll tell you if it's good or not. Course placement and transferability. This is probably because you're going to transfer you to a CSU or a UC, tells you what it does. DSPS statement. If you're a DSPS student, please get that paperwork to me as soon as possible. Student learning outcomes, course objectives. Please make sure that you read through those things. Course topics. Notice there are 2 sections to this class, Section 1 and Section 2. Each one of those is going to end in an exam. Attendance, since this is a fully online class, it happens that we're not going to meet in a classroom, we're not going to have any face-to-face meetings, and we're not going to meet via Zoom for regular, like, for example, lectures. But you must complete the material in Module 1. If you don't do that, I'm required by the state to drop you as a no-show, so make sure you take care of that. Course grading, this is probably the most important part for all of us. Notice there are two 150-point multiple choice exams given at the conclusion of each of those two sections. So there's a midterm and a final exam. Each exam consists of 75 questions or multiple choice questions worth 2 points each, so 75 times 2 is 150. There's a syllabus and suggestions for successful completion of geography quiz worth 20 points found in Module 1. 6 video homework assignment quizzes worth varying amounts of points. There's 3 in the first module, and then I'll show you the other 3 that are halfway through the class. And then 4 written discussion board participation exercises. Each of these were 20 points. Notice the grading scale is a straight scale. No exams will be dropped. No video homework assignment quizzes will be dropped. The syllabus quiz will not be dropped. No discussion board assignments will be dropped. There are no makeups, retakes, or redos on any graded assignment. Everything must be done and completed by the time it closes. And 0 will be assigned for any exam, video homework assignment, or discussion board not completed. This is our schedule. So here's the way this goes. In a normal 16-week semester, there are 16 modules, all right? And we work through 1 module per week, but we're going to compress this 16 weeks into 4 weeks. So the modules are going to be the same, we're just going to compress them a little bit. So we aren't going to have 16 modules, in other words. So notice, Section 1, Module 1, it goes from July 10th through the 16th. Section 1, Module 2, this would normally be the second week of school, but this is July 10th through the 16th, the same week. And then Section 1, Module 3 is also July 10 through 16th. So you can see in the first week, you're going to go through 3 modules. And if you go over here on the right-hand side, the only of these 3 modules that has anything graded in it, where it says assessment over on the far right-hand side, is that first module. So Module 1, which has the syllabus quiz and then the first discussion board, and then these 3 video homework assignments. Now, the syllabus quiz and the first discussion board are due the first week, but you can see that the 3 video homework assignments are going to be open for you from July 10th to the 23rd. Then if we continue on, you can see Section 1, Module 4, which goes from July 17th to the 23rd. There's a discussion board of that. And then Module 5, the same dates. Module 6, the same dates with no graded assignments in those. And then Section 1, Module 7 from July 20th to the 24th. Notice this is not open for a full week. It's a Wednesday to Sunday, okay? That's the midterm exam. And then you can see from July 24th to the 30th, we start Section 2 in Module 8, Module 9, Module 10, all run through that. And you can see that in Module 8, we have those other 3 video homework assignments plus discussion board number 3. And then you can see that in Section 2, Module 11 is going to run from July 31st to August 6th, as is Module 12, as is Module 13. And you can see also the discussion board number 4 is found in Module 11. And then you can see also that our final exam is going to go from August 3rd to August 7th. So a Wednesday to a Sunday. Notice it does not run for an entire week, and then it closes at 11:50 p.m. 11:59 p.m. Sorry, I'm stumbling. I'm nervous. You're making me nervous. 11:59 p.m. on August 7th. Okay, good, and that's when the class ends. This is the Canvas course site, technical support, required technology, academic honesty, and student code of conduct. Assignments in Canvas and how you do them, important dates. I mean, the important one is the final exam, which goes from Wednesday, August 3rd until Sunday, August 7th. And then miscellaneous about emailing me and some other things. Title 9. Okay, so let's scroll down a little bit here. And you can see now we have the suggestions for successful completion of geography. You are also going to be quizzed on that syllabus quiz on these 12 bullet points that are here. Okay, very good. Make sure you read through that. Instructor contact. Once again, here's some information about how to contact me. Same stuff as you saw before. Instructor bio, something about me. Just tells you about my backyard chickens. One of them died, unfortunately, today. She was 10 years old. Probably gave us, man, I would guess 400 eggs in her lifetime. Maybe even more than that. Incredible bird. No, we don't eat them. She died a natural death. We let our birds go all the way until the end of their lives and then give them a, ceremonial burial in the backyard. But that was a great chicken. Emailing me, please read through all of this stuff before you email me. Please do it so that you don't make weird mistakes. So just read through that. It's no big deal. And then course description, course discipline, and so on. Okay, let's go back up here to homepage. And now we're going to check out the modules. All right. Remember, if you're going to email me, use my email address, or you can just message me through the inbox right there. So if we go over here and we click on modules, as I just did, this is my course, so it's a little bit different from yours because I'm a faculty member and you're not. But come over here to course information, click on this. It will open up for you. Okay, some information about the class. You can click on next. As I said to you before, there's a lot of redundancy that's built into these classes. So the syllabus shows up. I'm not going to go through that again. Click on next again. You can see instructor contact, more stuff, redundancy basically. You know, the school wants to make sure you see these things. Communication plan, some of this is redundant as well. Make sure you read through it. You know, you may need something and you say, I know I saw this, I read it somewhere, and now, you know, you'll know where it's at. And then course policies. It's basically how to treat each other, especially during the discussion boards. Let's go back over here to modules. And you can scroll down. I mean, look at all this stuff, but scroll down to module 1. You can see module 1 introduction. I would look through all the modules before I start anything. This is mostly lecture material in here with videos that you're going to have to watch to know what the material is about. But notice the syllabus quiz is here. Everything is indented in one space. Is going to be something that's going to be graded. Then you can see the discussion board, lessons from the pandemic. All you have to do is just read this, you know, read through this. And then when you go to reply, you just click on that reply right there, and then, you know, type in your answer to the discussion. You know, we all went through the pandemic together, so it's kind of an interesting thing to talk about, I think, in a way. And then click back over here. There we go. And you can see these are the 3 video homework assignments. Where they go? They get away from me. There they are. So I'll click on this one, Earth Reveal number 1. You can see there's a link right there. If you click on that link, you come to this professionally captioned video that you watch, and you're going to take a quiz on it. Okay. Very good. Get back over here. All right. Now, as you go through the modules, as you lead towards the midterm exam, what you want to do is this. You want to click on each one of these things that says Section 1, Module 1, Terms and Concepts. And you can see down here, Section 1, Module 2, Terms and Concepts, and so on. That's the information you need to get out of the lectures. So if I click on this, you can see this is the information you need to get out of Module 1. Where do you get it from? The very next page that comes up right after that, which is right here, Introduction to Physical Geography and the Environment of the Earth System. You can see there's a video there. It's me lecturing. And as I said, these are captioned really, really well. So I would probably leave them on. And you can see there's a whole bunch of these as you go through. Geographic grid. Anytime you see more about, you do not have to watch those. That's somebody else talking about the same material, you know, in case you need a little bit more information. Great circle demonstration, temperature conversions. And this is Section 1, Module 2, Terms and Concepts. There they are. That's what you need to get out of Module 2, and so on. And you get that by watching these videos that I've included in there. And then eventually all of those are going to come to a culmination when you reach right here in Module 7 when we have a midterm exam. Okay? Excellent. All right. And then, of course, you know, Module 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. There you go. Just final exam. All right. If you have any questions, email me.